What Latin American country in 1996 signed a peace accord ending 36 years of guerrilla warfare that killed over 100,000 people? Such a catastrophe has left huge water and sanitation problems. Watch today's CalConnect to find out just how Berkeley's volunteers around the world is helping aid the slow recovery in Guatemala.
Volunteers Around the World is an organization at UC Berkeley that goes to developing countries to volunteer. Last summer we went to Guatemala, and this summer we are going again.
The Berkeley Volunteers Around the World is designed mainly, it was from Global Poverty and Practice minor for students who are in that minor to complete their practice experience. But this club is different from other clubs, is that we promote students to design their own projects instead of being like a regular intern of some organization, but they get to design from scratch until the end of the project.
We have conducted medical surveys, we have helped out in community classrooms, and we've also conducted a slow sand water filter for water purification. We do a lot of things, and most of it is all student run. So we get input from the NGO that is in Guatemala, and then we take those ideas, figure out what we can do in the United States to prepare ourselves, and then we sort of implement projects that we think are a good idea.
Well, I joined because I'm Guatemalan. I was born in Guatemala, and I felt that it would be a good way for me to become involved in an organization on campus and give back to the country of my birth.
I kind of feel like this last semester for mine has had a more international perspective, so I thought, why not add to it through this DeCal? I mean, it not only gives me like 2 units, but it also, gives me like a different, it's something new that I haven't, tried doing before.
It was just a beautiful experience. Like, people were amazing. People, like in the U.S., or people that I kind of grew up around, they were really involved in their own lives and taking care of themselves. But when you go to Guatemala, I don't know, I felt like the people that I was around, at least, they were more giving and they were more real and down to earth. Like, they didn't have TV, internet readily accessible, so they had like talking, like conversational skills were a lot better, and they wanted to really know about like what happened to you during your day.
Last year I came up with this instruction pamphlet to create these water filters that didn't quite work out what I had imagined them to be.
Unfortunately, our project wasn't as successful as we hoped because we didn't plan it out properly before we went. And, I mean, you can hope for things, but they don't always work out. So things just didn't work out for us while we were there. But we did get to do a lot of other work there. We got to work in community gardens, which were amazing. These gardens were basically built to alleviate malnutrition in some of the communities in Guatemala. And so we got to help with that. And then we also helped these communities learn about water sanitation and then also food nutrition.
In the United States, you idealize what it's like to be in Guatemala, but you have to actually be there, talk to the community, figure out the problems that are unique to the country, and I feel like this is a great year to just see what's out there.
As the old Guatemalan saying goes, there's no ill that doesn't turn out for the better. It's clear that Berkeley's Volunteers Around the World is trying to make sure that happens. For CalTV, I'm Jasmine Segall.